Hey everybody, it's me. I am either in the room with you currently right now, or which is weird, or I have just left not too long ago to head out to North Dakota. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to go through a few intro slides with you for World War II, and then you're going to get going on the oversimplified assignment that I have left either above this or below this in Google Classroom. Now, these are going to be your notes for today. I'm going to leave you, I think, one slide for tomorrow. I'm recording this in my kitchen as I speak. My dogs are being dumb. My daughter is listening to music super loud, so if there's any interference, just ignore it. When I do these videos, it's important to note that if I'm going too fast for you, you can always stop, pause, and rewind to get the notes that you guys need. So here we go. All right. So I'm on a Chromebook, so it takes a little bit longer to load. So we're going to start formally writing down some World War II notes. So if you haven't already, take a second, get out your notebook, pause me really quick. Here, I'll strike a pose. What is she listening to? Can you guys hear that? Anyway, so we're going to start looking at World War II formally for your notebook. We're going to do some intro slides today. Tomorrow, we're going to get a little bit on, Friday, we're going to get a little bit on Germany. So spring 2024, looking at World War II. Obviously, if you're familiar with history or anything, you know that is picture of the flag raising at Iwo Jima, a very famous picture in American history. It's actually not the original picture or not the original flag raising. When they raised the flag originally, there was nobody there to take the picture, and so they reenacted it later. As a matter of fact, some of the people that were in on the original flag raising were actually killed in between the original flag raising and the one where they've got this picture. If you've been to Washington, D.C. and been to Arlington National Cemetery, you know that picture was recreated into a big sculpture and is the U.S. Marine Corps monument that is not that far from Arlington National Cemetery. Okay, so anyway, we're going to do an intro slide, and then we're going to take a look at a map slide today. Okay. All right. So introduction. Now the toolbar is not covering anything up. You don't have to worry about that. So the intro is, obviously we just got done doing this mega unit on the 20s and the Great Depression. And you obviously, if you did the assignment, did the assignments and did them well, know that the 1930s was not necessarily a really great time to be in the United States. The Great Depression was crippling to the economy. Unemployment was at an all-time high. Joblessness, homelessness, all the things you read about. Farming was screwed up because of the Dust Bowl, and people were in debt and desperate. And the reality of things is, it was really that way in a lot of the world. Okay, so in the 1930s, the world is still in a way recovering from World War I. We were able, as a country in the United States, to come out of World War I faster than other countries because none of it was fought here. We had also taken the opportunity in World War I to become stronger as a manufacturing country. Our world trade increased, and we actually came out of World War I probably in a better place than we went in. Many countries could not say that same thing, especially the countries of the Central Powers. Austria-Hungary, as you'll see on the next slide, it is broken apart and no longer exists. Germany takes the full blame for the war, and obviously, even for France, who's on the winning side, the war is expensive both in lives and in monetary amounts. Okay, and then in 1929, the Great Depression hits, and it's not just here. The Great Depression hits every modernized Western country. So your major countries in Europe, England, France, Spain, Germany, hits Russia, it hits Japan, it hits China. If the country has a stock market, if it has banks, if it has world trade, it was hit by the Great Depression. The Great Depression didn't affect places in parts of South America. It didn't affect chunks of Africa. It didn't affect small island nations. But in the quote unquote civilized countries, I hate to use that term, but that's what textbooks always say, the Great Depression had crippling effects. And a lot of countries were struggling more than us. One of those would be Germany, because not only are they going through crippling unemployment, incredible inflation, and all those things, but they're also, because they're to blame for World War I, according to the Treaty of Versailles, they're making reparation payments or repair payments to the countries that beat them to the tune of $33 billion. So now any extra money you have, rather than using it to help your people, you've got to use it to pay the countries that were just your enemies. And that doesn't sit well with a lot of people. The United States is obviously improving. FDR's New Deal programs are doing everything they can to pull the country out as fast as they can, but the country itself is still struggling. There is still record unemployment. The pay gaps are getting terrible for minorities and for women. Minorities and women were often the last people to get jobs back. White male people were the first to be rehired. And even though FDR's programs were attempting to help the country, FDR's programs were still not perfect. Everything has a flaw, and one of the major flaws, as you might expect, is that they didn't look out for women and minorities as much as they probably should have. That is one major criticism of FDR. Now, another thing that is going on at this time period in history is we have a number of new nations in Europe adjusting to the world. And I know you memorized the map for World War One, but hey, just in time to screw you up, here's another map. So the map on the left over there, that far side, way over there, is the map of Europe that you guys knew. You've obviously got, let's use these fancy things. Let's use this pen. You've got Germany right here, okay? You've got France. You've got the United Kingdom. You've got Italy. You've got Austria-Hungary. You've got Russia. I think we learned Serbia and Turkey and the Ottoman Empire. Did I miss anything? Oh, Belgium. Okay. Now, those are the places I asked you guys to memorize for the First World War. Now, if you look at the map on the near side here, right there, what you're going to see is obviously some of those places are still there. United Kingdom, you still have France. Belgium hasn't changed. Italy, not really. Let's see. Russia is now the Soviet Union, even though it doesn't say that there. Let's cross that off. That's a map flaw. But Germany, you can tell, is much smaller. Poland here, they're new. East Prussia, new. Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, all new. You'll see Austria-Hungary, which is right there, no longer exists. You have Austria. You have Czechoslovakia. Try spelling that. You've got Yugoslavia and Hungary. Now you can see the Romania over here is right here on this map, and over here it's bigger. Okay, and the Ottoman Empire, Turkey is Bulgaria are the same. But you have some new nations. You have some old nations that lose territory, and in particular, if you look at it, obviously, Austria-Hungary was punished and did not get their country back. And not just that, but Germany has lost territory to Poland. And actually, this East Prussia here is part of Germany. So they kind of got their country oddly split up. Now, that obviously causes tension. It's a point of bitterness with Germany. But for today, that's really all I want to talk about. Probably talked longer than I really wanted to. Now you should flip from your notebooks back to Google Classroom. You guys hear that? Something interesting is happening in Marshall. Hope that's not you guys getting chased around. Anyway, you can go in and work on oversimplified World War II. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to run you through a cartoon depiction of World War II. And you're going to start the video at 1 minute and 15 seconds. It tells you that in the directions, but just in case you didn't see that, it's there. So start at 1 minute 15. The questions go in order. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Get to 1 minute 15, pause it, read the first question. Watch the video until you get to the first question, type in the answer. Read question number 2, hit play. Go along getting all the questions. They go in order, my friends. So again, if it is Thursday or if it's Wednesday, I'm here, ask questions. I'm here to help. If it's Thursday, I'm gone. I'm on the road, but please do feel free to chat me if you need me. I'll try to get back to you. I'm not going to see you guys tomorrow on the A-Day. There'll be another video ready for you guys that'll upload tomorrow, and the last reading guide of the year. Okay. If you guys need me, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you next week, last week before spring break. Yay, us. Be good. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.